Thank you, Cherie. We're going to continue that prayer vibe, actually, in this first song. It has a spoken word chorus, and for those of you who would like to join, we would love to have you join us. The words are, some of you who were at the concert on Friday night might know this one. It's, I feel your peace and your presence and your power, my God. Say it with me. I feel your peace and your presence and your power, my God. The second line is, I feel your peace and your presence in me. Together. I feel your peace and your presence in me. Yep, that's it. It started out small, something less than a touch. I didn't even know it was you. God was unreliable, a crazy man, righteous, someone I should love and fear. What kind of sense is that? It started out small, something less than a touch. I didn't even know it was you. When I stumbled upon your power, I lost what I was taught. The crazy and the righteous, enfolded in a love so vast it stretched the very definition of the word love. Together, I feel your peace and your presence and your power, my God. I feel your peace and your presence in me. Again, I feel your peace and your presence and your power, my God. I feel your peace and your presence in me.
I surrender. I surrender to your love. I surrender. I surrender to your love.
You are not outside of me, and yet you are. It makes no sense, but then it does. For you are here, wherever here may be. I speak to you, you speak to me. The voice is mine and not mine, landing in the space between where you and I vanish and begin, stretching the very definition of the word me. You. Together, I feel your peace and your presence and your power, my God. I feel your peace and your presence in me. I feel your peace and your presence and your power, my God. I feel your peace and your presence in me.
I surrender. I surrender to your love. I surrender. surrender.
I feel your peace and your presence and your power. Thank you very much. For those of you who are wondering, my name really is Z, just the letter Z. My nickname when I was a kid was Betsy. Do I look like a Betsy? So I had to fix that, yeah. Thank you all for being here. We're thrilled to be here. We're having so much fun. Thank you to Diana Johnson for inviting us here, actually. We really appreciate that. And we just love this community so much. We're having such a great time. So, yeah. Oh my God. Oh my God. That's what we're looking at today. We want to look at the power of that phrase, oh my God. We also want to explore in that phrase the creative process. So here at Centers for Spiritual Living, we know a few things, right? We know that there is one God, one source, one energy, one power, in and through all creation. Yes? Right. And we know that we are that power. It's in and through all creation. Must be in me, must be in you, must be in all of us. And then this is where things get really fun. So if that infinite creative energy that births stars and planets is me, then I am also infinitely creative. Hoo boy, right? That's an amazing thing. And some of us, when we first realize that, it's really exciting, right? The power of my word, the power of prayer. I'm going to manifest a lot of stuff now, right? And we do, and it works until it doesn't. Until there's that thing that we really, really want and it's not working, and then I say things like, what's wrong with my consciousness? That this just isn't working, right? And then that's no fun. It's not a fun way to talk. So we want to talk today about what can we do in those moments when we feel stuck. Because that's a time for co-creation with the divine. Co-creation with the divine. Oh my God, that's when things get really magical. That's what we want to talk about today. What do you think? You up for that? Okay, let's get going. Melissa?
Good morning. Co-creating, same thing as collaborating, right? Right?
Yeah.
There you are. So the definition of collaborating is to work together with another person to create something new that hasn't existed before. That's the definition of collaboration. So did you catch that in that definition, there's an other? Co-creating, collaborating, is working together with an other to create something new. Who's the other? In this case, it's the all. It's that one divine power that makes everything anyway. May as well align with it and start working, right? So I don't know about you, but collaborating can have many experiences. Can be really cool and can be maybe not so much. So what makes the difference is great communication with the person, in this case the being, you're collaborating with, correct? When you're collaborating with a person and you can talk to them and say whatever you're thinking, even if in the creative process you need to be able to say the really stupid things and have them not be judged, right? Anybody do that together? Yeah, that's like, yeah. You have to throw out everything. I mean, not throw out everything, throw out into the space of co-creating everything. Be able to say whatever is so for you. And also, it's really helpful when you can listen and hear what they have in mind, right? Okay, so here's the thing. I know I might be the only one that had this experience when they came into Science of Mind, but my experience when I came into Science of Mind was awesome. I can create all this stuff. I can change my life. I can have an amazing life, right? All I have to do is create with my consciousness. Where's the other in that? It was not there for me. I was in that experience of spirit is everywhere present. I mean, I was a Signs of Mind person. Spirit is in me and in you. That was good for me. But creating with an other, I didn't really have. I had actually abandoned that aspect of relating with spirit because of my own childhood wounding around religion. Right? That God, I didn't want to co-create with him. I didn't want to talk to God, the way that I held God. So we were, So we went to ministerial school together. Most of the time it was together. And that's when it all changed for me. I was invited in an early class that Z and I both took together. We were brought to a new level of that aspect of relationship. They call it the I-thou relationship. That part of a dynamic with the divine that is not only everywhere present and in me, but also outside of me and more powerful than me. Not only outside of me. That was the piece that was missing in my childhood wounding, right? So that relationship really shifted for me in that class. Like, I started that course with one experience of I'm in ministerial school already, right? So I had a pretty nice connection, but it completely shifted it for me, deepened it, sweetened it, made that communication better. I felt more free saying whatever, and I got much, much better at listening and understanding when it was spirit I was hearing and not just my own ego. Right? So soon after that class, I was having this experience where I was trying to collaborate with this person in a business dynamic, and it was, let's just say the communication in that relationship was not nearly as nice, and it was really kicking my butt, actually, is what's true. And I got this one particularly nasty email this one day after I already was kind of at my wit's end. I get this email, and I'm thinking, I do not know how to respond to this email in any ministerial type of way. Do you know what I mean? I was in such reaction. This person was just making it really hard for me to be nice. And so what I do when I'm in a place of really stuckness is I go to the beach. I have my favorite beach. I go and walk on. And usually, often, it just shifts things. So this particular day, I decided totally out of the blue. It was not at all what my day was supposed to be. But after I got this email, I had to take some drastic measures. So I went to the beach. And I get out of my car, and I walk down to the water where I'm going to walk along. And I am knowing the whole way there, 30 minutes, and walking down to the beach, that I'm going to talk with Spirit about this person, and I'm going to find out how to respond, how to deal with this person, what to do to, at least on the outside, act ministerial. Because that's, of course, what really matters, right? Right, Mary? So I get down to the water, and I turn to start walking, and what comes out of my mouth? Ta. I call Spirit Ta. The all, right? T-A, Ta. That's my own name for God. Ta. Why are you making me go to ministerial school? Why? And I heard this loud, clear voice say, you have no idea. It was so loud, so clear, and so strong that it literally stopped me in my tracks. I mean, I stopped. I was like, and tears leaped to my eyes. And I heard it again. You have no idea. So I got it from two sides. That both, I had no idea because Spirit had something way better in mind than I could know. And also that I really, you have no idea. You with me? So what we're going to talk about this morning is this part of developing a collaboration with Spirit that leaves room. Now, has anybody ever tried collaborating with someone that has no room for your ideas? Yeah. So that's what I used to do with Spirit. Give my list, my demands. So we're inviting you to leave some room for Spirit to have some fun. Right? Okay, so 3 hacks for this are, oh my God. And we all have our phrase that comes to mind automatically when we have some really great surprising news or something great surprising happens. Oh my God is what Z and I both say. Oh my God, in a good way. The other phrase that I love that helps, these are all to help bring that emotional experience to the imagining that your prayers have already been answered, which is the thing that draws things faster, right? The magnetic field you're creating. So these other 2 phrases are more amazing than I could have imagined. This is more amazing than I could have imagined. And beyond my wildest dreams. Oh my God. This is better than I ever could have imagined. It's beyond my wildest dreams. Oh my God. Right? Z?
Yes. Oh, okay. All right, so about 11 years ago, I went to hear a talk by this woman named Melissa Phillippe. Maybe you've heard of her. She's a singer, songwriter, and yeah, she's kind of one of those woo-woo sort of people. Anyway, so Center for Spiritual, I didn't know her at the time, Center for Spiritual Living Santa Rosa, she was doing a talk, and I said, okay, I'll go check it out. And in that talk, she talked about this, oh my God, more amazing than I could imagine, the power of that, the power of co-creation, the power of leaving it open for Spirit to have a little fun. And I was kind of blown away by this idea. I thought, well, I'd been in metaphysics for quite a bit at that point, and I'd had a lot of success with creating, with manifesting, with affirmations and meditation and connecting with Spirit and all that good stuff. And a lot of great good had come from it, except, or there was one area that was a little challenging for me, let's put it that way. And that was the area of relationships. Yeah. So my experience with relationships is, ever since I, as a young adult and teenager, entered upon that wild and rocky road of intimate relationships, I'd had some challenges. The first one was figuring out my sexual orientation. Now, I was raised in Ohio in the 70s, where the gym teacher taught sex ed, and there was only one box to check, and that was heterosexual. So I just didn't really, it took a while to figure that out. But finally, okay, gay, check, got that. Then there was my gender expression. Also, at that point I moved to California, made it a little easier. But I finally realized, oh, okay, gender-rich gender expression. Okay, got that, check. But there was still this other pattern. There was still this other pattern that I had. And that was of attraction to unavailable people. See, I know you're laughing because you don't know what I'm talking about, but it was not fun. So if someone found me interesting and attractive, I didn't like them at all. And if someone didn't know I was alive, I found them very, very attractive. Yeah, so this wasn't really working for me. And when I heard Melissa's talk, I realized, oh, okay, so my ideas, my sense in this area is just getting me more of the same. And at that point, I actually had been working a 5-step treatment to create a relationship, and I had just been getting more of the same, more of this unavailable thing. And I just thought, okay, I need something different, I need something more. And this idea of opening up to beyond what I can imagine was like, that's it. That's what I need. So you might wonder what I thought about the Melissa Phillippe person. Well, I thought she seemed really cool. I didn't get that she was my soulmate. I thought she seemed great and kind of funny and interesting and really deep into spiritual stuff. And I went up to her. I was all excited. She does not remember me. She just remembers this weird, enthusiastic, gender-rich person going up to her vaguely. So I went about my whatever. I went about my merry little way, and I'm working my prayer, right? I'm working my prayer, and what I noticed was that as I'm working this prayer, more amazing than anything I could imagine, I kept getting this very specific vision of a woman with short blonde hair, and I thought, and here we say don't outline, don't be too specific, but I thought, no, I don't think I'm outlining, I think I'm psychic. I'm pretty sure that's what that is. A year goes by, I go to a retreat, Woman Spirit, in Northern California, and who should be the music director but Melissa Phillippe? So she's there, and this time it wasn't like whatever. She came up and she actually wanted to talk to me because I'd written a book, and so we're chatting away. And we both found, we didn't really want to talk to anybody else. All these other people were around us wanting to talk, and we didn't really want to talk to them. But it's spiritual community. You have to be like, namaste, namaste, We were like, no muste, we just want to talk to each other. But so after the retreat, I also went to her for a music lesson in piano because I was just starting to play contemporary music, and we talked for 4.5 hours. Now, we didn't get it. We still didn't get it because she thought she was straight, and I was waiting for the woman with short blonde hair. But we knew there was something going on, like this. We kept saying, I've met my new best friend. Finally, 2 months later, we both wake up. Oh, that's what's going on. And we had both been working a prayer for something more amazing than we could imagine, right? So for both of us, it was outside that box. And here we are, 10 years later, and it is indeed more amazing than anything I could imagine. Not just the relationship, but everything else. You know how that happens? You get that one change and then everything else rearranges, which can be a little disorienting, just, full disclosure. Yeah. And so you might be wondering, what about the woman with short blonde hair? What happened? Okay, I think the divine did plant that in my head because that unavailable pattern that I had going on? I was the one who was unavailable, right? And so because I had that fixed idea in my head, I was able to be available to a friendship with Melissa in a way that I wouldn't have been. See, divine, tricky, it knows what it's doing. It's amazing. So the question for you is, what is it that you have been unavailable to? What in your life have you been unavailable to? And are you willing to co-create with the divine to be available? Melissa's going to lead you through one last little part.
So I want you to bring to mind an area of your life that might be the area that just came up, that one area of your life, right? And I'd like you to think of what is your phrase that comes to mind when you are happily surprised. And then I'd like you to close your eyes, put your feet flat, get comfortable. I'd like you to think of that area of your life. And imagine that the way that you feel when you think about that area of your life is like whatever your phrase is. Oh my God. This is more amazing than I could even have dreamed it to be. So I'm going to say the phrase, oh my God, but I want you to say your phrase. And we are aware that there are some colorful phrases. Anything goes right now for this exercise. Just saying. So you're going to say your phrase, and I want you to repeat after me in a little whisper. Thinking, still holding that area of your life in your mind. Imagining that as you think about it, what the feelings are, the thoughts, the words that are evoked are your phrase. And repeat it after me. Oh my God. Wow. Oh my God. Wow. A little louder. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
I don't hear you. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Wow.
This is beyond my wildest dreams. Feel into that. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
And open your eyes and look at a neighbor and say, oh my God, like you're about to tell them.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Oh my
Oh my
God.
God.
And so it is.
And so it is.
So we're going to go right into prayer. Aware that there is only one thing happening. The infinite power of love. It is all that is. And all that we see and all the space between the things we see is filled, infused, exploding, if you will, with the power of this one. It is everywhere. It is beyond what we can fathom. Because it is everywhere, it is right here, in your here, in my here, wherever you sit right now. There is nothing and no one where you sit but this power, this presence. That is what is where you are, and there is nothing else there. So we call on this power this morning to infuse the consciousness of everyone present, to make its way through mind, through thinking, through beliefs, through ideas and concepts and experiences, to bring an entirely new experience of love, of joy, of peace, of the perfection, and of